Do you ever wonder how some people can be so convincing that they can make you part with your money? Well, they are con artists, and they have been around for centuries. In this video, we'll dive into the world of confidence games and see how they work. So sit tight, grab a notebook, and don't forget to subscribe. What is a confidence game? A confidence game, also known as a con, scam, grift, or flim-flam, is a deceptive act where the con artist tries to win the trust and confidence of their victim, also known as the mark. Despite the general assumption that con artists are untrustworthy, their real talent lies in their ability to gain the trust of their victims. They play on people's desires, such as greed and the desire for easy wealth. Unfortunately, many victims do not report these con artists due to their own involvement in dubious or even criminal activity and their embarrassment of being tricked. The allure of con artists. The cunning nature of con artists can sometimes make them seem sympathetic even after their deceit has been exposed. This has led to their portrayal as fictional heroes in popular culture. However, the truth is that confidence games are deceptive acts that lead to criminal outcomes. The perpetrators of these crimes do not embody any positive traits and do not deserve to be praised. The origin of the term. The term confidence man, shortened to the con, was first used in 1849 when the New York Herald published a story about the arrest of William Thompson called Arrest of the Confidence Man. Thompson would approach strangers on the street, chat with them, and then ask if they had enough confidence in him to trust him with their watch until the next day. The victims would then hand over their expensive watches, believing Thompson to be someone they knew. How confidence games work, the con man. Don't be fooled by the typical image you may have of a con artist being shady and from the underworld. In reality, they have to be trustworthy and likable in order to win over their victims. Con artists are often charismatic, smart, have great memories, and know how to manipulate people's desires and fears. They try to blend in, seem familiar, and work hard to appear polished, professional, and successful. A con artist may dress in an expensive suit and pretend to work in a high-class office, or they may play the opposite role, such as a struggling illegal immigrant or a woman with a child in need. They can disguise themselves as anyone, from city official to a roofer. The mark. Con artists are notorious for their ability to trick and deceive people. They look for individuals who have a desire or need for something, whether it be money, a better life, or simply the desire to help others. They then use this desire to win the trust of their victim, known as the mark. Some might see con artists as modern-day Robin Hood, taking from the rich and greedy and giving to the poor. But not all victims of cons are greedy or dishonest. Many scams target the elderly, exploiting their fears or good intentions. It's also a common misconception that an educated and intelligent person can't be conned. In fact, this belief of invulnerability often makes them a prime target for con artists. Con artists are often charming and intelligent, able to make even the most unreasonable offer sound believable. So, whether it's through greed or fear, con artists are experts at exploiting human desires and winning the confidence of their victim. The game. Con artists are always coming up with new and creative ways to trick people out of their money. But, in general, confidence tricks can be divided into two categories: the short con and the long con. The short con is a quick and simple scam that requires little planning or preparation. It's often referred to as a street con because it's often done on the spot. It takes much more time and effort to set up. It requires more planning, more money, and often more people involved. But the payoff is much greater as the victim is scammed out of a large sum of money. The long con is often referred to as a big store scam because it involves creating a fake business, like a bank or a law office, to fool the victim. There are many variations on classic cons, but some of the most well-known include the pigeon drop. This type of scam involves the con artist and the victim discovered a pile of cash on the street. The con artist convinces the victim that it's likely from illegal activities such as gambling or drug money. To make sure they can keep the money, if no one claims it within 30 days, they're told they need to put in some extra cash as a form of good faith. This extra money is supposed to be held by a lawyer friend. In reality, the victim never sees their own money or the pile of cash again. The Spanish prisoner. The ransom scam has been around for centuries and has undergone many transformations over time. It all started in 1588, when a man and a young girl would approach British nobles, claiming that the girl's father, a nobleman, was being held captive in Spain. To keep his identity a secret and avoid attracting the attention of the Spanish authorities, the man asked for help to pay the ransom in exchange for a reward and possibly even the hand of the daughter in marriage. Fast forward to today, this scam has evolved into the popular Nigerian email scam, where people receive emails asking them to help free the funds of wealthy Nigerians in exchange for a share of the riches. The glasses drop and the flop. The glasses drop is a type of con where the con artist drops a pair of broken glasses and asks the mark to pay for the damage. The con artist makes it seem like the mark caused the damage by stepping on the glasses. Similarly, in the flop scam, the con artist stages an accident and claims to have sustained an injury, tricking insurance companies into paying out a large sum of money. Both of these cons are designed to deceive the mark and scam them out of their money. The fiddle game. The fiddle game is a classic con that tricks people into paying a lot of money for a nearly worthless object. A shabbily dressed musician will leave his fiddle at a restaurant as collateral, saying he's forgotten his money at home. While the musician is gone, another accomplice of the con artist will come and offer to buy the fiddle for a high price. The restaurant owner, thinking he can make a profit, will offer to buy the fiddle from the musician for a lower amount. When the musician returns, he'll reluctantly sell the fiddle, thinking he needs the money. However, the accomplice never returns, leaving the restaurant owner with fiddle that's worth much less than what he paid for it. 3-card Monte. The 3-card Monte, also known as Follow the Lady, is a classic con game that has been around for centuries. In this scam, the con artist displays 3 playing cards to the audience, one of them being a queen. The cards are then placed face down and shuffled around. The con artist invites the audience to bet on which one is the queen. To entice the audience, the con artist's accomplice, known as the shill, places a bet and wins. This is meant to make the audience believe that they too can win. But the con artist uses sleight of hand to ensure that the audience always loses, unless the con artist decides to let them win to keep them betting more. The outcome of the game is always in the control of the con artist, who determines when the mark loses. How con artists avoid the police. Con artists have a lot of ways to avoid getting caught by the police. Many victims are too embarrassed to report the scam, feeling foolish for falling for it. The con artist may have also made the victim feel sympathetic towards them, making it difficult for the victim to turn them in. In some cases, the con artist may have involved the victim in a minor illegal activity, so if they went to the police, they would have to admit to their own wrongdoing. For example, the victim may have been encouraged to use illegal money to invest in the con artist's scheme, or to buy stolen goods. This creates a situation where the victim cannot report the con artist without admitting to their own illegal behavior. In conclusion, the confidence game is a deception that leads to criminal results, and its perpetrators deserve no accolades. It's important to be aware of the tricks of the trade and to never let your guard down. So, that's it for today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to get all the latest updates.